Hey everyone, happy Friday and welcome back to another episode of Life Above the Clouds. I am super excited about this week's recipe because honestly, I think these are the best cookies I've ever made. Last year, I participated in the Bakers Against Racism bake sale and I raised $450 to donate to Justice LA. For that bake sale, I made my ultimate chocolate chip cookies and my brownie cookies, and I will link the recipes for those below. Even though there's not an official Bakers Against Racism bake sale happening right now, because of the recent rise in anti-Asian hate crimes, I wanted to do something, and making cookies and having a bake sale is one of the ways that I can help. Obviously, this cause is very personal to me. I am Chinese, so I wanted to raise even more money than I did in my bake sale last year. So I came up with this extra special cookie to add to my bake sale. They are kind of like a snickerdoodle, but 100 times better. First, let's go over our ingredients. We have 3 cups of flour, 2 teaspoons of vanilla extract, 1.5 teaspoons of cinnamon, 1/2 cups of brown sugar packed, and another 1/2 teaspoon of cinnamon. This is separate than the cinnamon from before. 2 eggs at room temperature, 1 cup of granulated sugar, 1 cup of butter at room temperature, 1 teaspoon of cream of tartar, 1 teaspoon of baking soda, 1 teaspoon of baking powder, 1/2 teaspoon of salt, and separately I have another 1/2 cup of sugar and 1 tablespoon of ground cinnamon with 1/2 teaspoon of chili powder. The chili powder is totally optional. You actually can't really taste it in the final cookie, but I think it adds something special. And because I am making cookies to sell, we are going with full butter and sugar, the whole shebang. First, we are going to whisk together our dry ingredients. So I already have my flour in a bowl and I'm going to add my baking powder, baking soda, salt, and cream of tartar, and the 1.5 teaspoons of cinnamon. Man, I love cinnamon. Okay, we're gonna set this aside and we are going to beat together our butter and our granulated sugar. Since we want our cookies to be nice and fluffy, we have to beat our butter and sugar until it's nice and fluffy. Now I'm going to add my eggs and my vanilla extract. Now we are going to gradually add in our dry ingredients. I'm going to use my spatula to scrape the sides of the bowl and finish incorporating everything. It's going to be kind of a drier dough, so it is very important to use room temperature butter so it all mixes in. Now, I know what you're saying, Lauren, I didn't use all of my ingredients. We still have 1/2 cup of brown sugar and 1/2 teaspoon of cinnamon. What do we do with it? Well, we are going to add it now, and it's going to be like a cinnamon swirl inside the cookie. I know, we're going crazy. So I'm just going to use my spatula to combine to combine the brown sugar and cinnamon a little bit. And we're gonna dump it right on. Now this I am going to mix in by hand. We don't actually want it to be completely mixed in. We still want there to be chunks and swirls of that brown sugar and cinnamon. So you'll get a cinnamon swirl in the finished cookie. So just kind of fold it in slightly. This is what we're left with. Now we still have more ingredients. In a separate small bowl, I am going to add my 1/2 cup of granulated sugar plus the ground cinnamon and chili powder from before. Just mix those together, and this is going to be our cinnamon and sugar outside coating. Now with my 3 tablespoon cookie scoop, we are going to scoop some big giant cookies and plop them right into our cinnamon sugar coating. Toss that baby around. Oh my God. Toss that baby around just a little bit to get him completely coated. And then we are going to transfer him to a cookie sheet that is lined with parchment paper or a silicone baking mat. They are going to puff up, but they're not going to spread too much, but be sure to give them about 2 inches between each one. Now we are going to bake these at 375 degrees for about 18 minutes or until they're starting to turn golden brown. I know it's hard to tell because there's already cinnamon on them, so they're already brown, but if you touch the tops, you don't want them to be soft. You want them to be nice and crispy on the outside. Look how beautiful and golden brown they are. It is nice and crispy on the outside, but still fluffy on the inside. You get that wonderful crispy crunch. They're so good. It took me a few tries to get this recipe right. So I have eaten a lot of cinnamon and sugar cookies in the past few days, but I don't think I would ever get sick of these. They taste like churros because they're coated with cinnamon and sugar and that extra chili powder secret ingredient, and they're still light on the inside. Oh my gosh, they're better than churros. This is so good. This is a good cookie. Thank you guys so much for watching this week. We made churro cookies, and seriously, I really do think that these are the best cookies that I've ever made. If you weren't able to participate in my bake sale, but you still want to donate to the cause, please go check out the links below. In addition to the related recipes and other fun things down there, I am also going to link some places that you can donate and other things you can do to help. So thank you again for watching this week and supporting my channel, and I will see you guys next week. Bye.